Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for May 2020. This month, I'm using two different tarot decks. Your first card is going to come from the Aquarian tarot deck, and your second card will come from the Morgan Greer tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, so to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some people are finding that certain months, not every month, but certain months, their cusp sign is giving them their psychic predictions and messages. So you might want to check those out. So I want to wish all the Tauruses happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastic solar return. And also the Gemini born in May. Also, I hope you all have a fantastic and blessed birthday year. So all that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Aries, from the Aquarian tarot deck, you have the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is success in business. It could be success in a new business venture that you're starting. It could be waiting patiently for success to come in. It could be letting go of something so success can come to you. This is a fine time for Aries to get on with things, especially if there's been anything that's been like held up, tied up, delayed. It's also a time for Aries to start thinking about making certain shifts and moves. Like if you were thinking of changing your job or putting resumes out there, or handling your business or the job you do in a different way or using different methods or formats. This is the time to do it in mid-May. I feel like if you wait too long to make these shifts and changes, you're going to come up against some kind of brick wall, especially in the latter part of June and in July. And it could be because there's going to be quite a few planets retrograde. Mercury will be in retrograde at that time, as well as other planets. So, there's big things happening with the retrogrades, and that could be the reason. I don't know that that's the reason. I just get time is of the essence. And so if there's any shifts and changes you need to do that are going to be beneficial to you, Aries, you need to do it from the mid-month of May till like the midpoint of June. Some of you have some kind of bright new beginning or blessing that's going to happen. It doesn't just have to be in work or business. It could be a birth of a child. It could be an engagement. It could be a marriage. It could be starting a new business, starting a new job. It could be moving to a new home. I don't know, because it's a general reading, Aries. So for me to pinpoint it, it's going to be kind of hard. Maybe a new love relationship is coming in. Maybe you're getting some new, some new financial deals or breakthroughs, but you got some new beginning here. Some of you, Aries, will be taking on more work or more business or more responsibility. And if you do that, it will pay off for you. It's not something that's going to be a waste of your time, efforts, or energy. I feel once you get into September, Aries, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be rolling forward for you and happening really fast. But it's connected to do with what's going on right here. What I'm talking about now. So the next card you have from the Morgan Greer tarot deck, you got the Justice card, and this could be dealing with court documents, legal papers, lawyers, lawsuits, settlements, legal documents of any kind. It could also be something that was unfair or unjust now becomes fair and just. And it doesn't just have to be a legal thing. It could be a situation in your life. There's some kind of endings of all kinds coming for you, and I'm getting closing the door on like bad blood or negative situations. So it could be a relationship you're finally done and over with, and it's goodbye. You're over it later. It could be a job. You're like, yeah, see ya. You rake me over the coals, closing the door on it. You just have to see, is it a love relationship, your living situation, your job, a relationship, a family situation? But there's something that has bad blood attached to it that you're closing the door on. There is going to be something that's going to be scrutinized for you, Aries, whether something was handled fairly. It could be whether you handled something correctly or fairly, and it could even be karmically, or if somebody was handling and dealing with you justly or fairly. It's going to come up between now and I feel the end of August. My guides are saying anytime between mid-May and the end of August. Some of you are going to get some kind of legal counsel or some kind of advice. It may not be legal, but some of you it will be, on how to proceed forward with something. Could be buying a home. It could be a business contract or deal that you get offered. It could be making a prenuptial agreement, or whether to sign one or not, or some kind of agreement. But something where you're going to want to have some kind of advice. Could be from somebody you know really well that's very versed in law or what's just and fair, but it could actually be a lawyer for some of you. Some of you are going to find that you're going to be gaining respectability in your place of employment or a business you own. Now, that doesn't mean you didn't already have it, but it comes up like gaining respect, gaining respectability. If you're a non-working Aries, this could be happening among family situations or groups that you are involved in. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is Ace of Cups, and this is a new beginning in a love relationship. So there could be a rebirth or a reigniting of a love relationship going on for you. And, you know, Venus is retrograde, so that could be why. But this could also be a new love relationship, or it could symbolize universal love. I do feel that many of you Tauruses have, like, things need to be sorted out in a love relationship. Again, it could be one that was past that comes back, could be one you're in now, or even a new one. And it's going to take you a lot of time. I feel like you're going to be thinking about, what are my wants? What are my desires? What are my needs? Are they being met? I feel like you're going to be like looking at somebody like, I can't get everything I want from this person, a particular person. And you know, that may not be possible with anybody. You may not be ever able to get everything that you want from a particular person, but I feel like you're looking at a relationship with a critical eye. You may feel like underdeveloped, undernourished, underloved in a relationship, or if you're single, you could be feeling like, I need love in my life, I feel empty, I'm lonely. But see, I don't let the cards flip upside down because my spirit guides tell me whether this positive or negative for you. I feel like this Ace of Cups for some of you, may have actually been upside down. Because I feel like something has been taking a toll on you emotionally in regard to the area of love, whether you're single and you're missing it or needing it, or whether you're in a love relationship. I feel like you've put everything out there. I feel like you've given all that you have to give. I feel like you've put a lot of effort. And you may feel like, what's the payoff here? All this love and energy and emotions and this and that I put out. You may not feel, some of you may not feel like it's been reciprocated. Some of you Tauruses may be holding back your emotions about how you feel about someone. You may not want to let on. You may be, doing the, in the cone of silence, so to speak. I feel for many of you Tauruses, when promising love relationships are going to happen, if you're not in a promising one now, I feel it's either going to be fall of 2020 or fall of 2021. Your second card, Taurus, is the Three of Swords, and this is a divorce card. This comes up from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. This could be heartbreak, sadness, loss, a divorce. There's 3 swords piercing the heart. This could be symbolic of somebody cheating. It could be some kind of other sadness or loss over something. Yeah, it's feeling like unloved, unappreciated, feeling like you don't want to go on like that anymore. So if you're in an unsatisfactory love relationship, you may seriously be feeling like you're done with it. You may want to get a divorce, or you may want to separate, or if you're living together, you may just, and you're not married, you just may want to part ways. I feel like some of you Tauruses can't believe some of the things that's happened to you, and you cannot believe some of the things that have been said to you by a love partner. And if it's not a romantic love partner, it could be somebody that you have a strong emotional connection and attachment to, such as, you know, a child, a family member, someone dear to you, could have really done some unbelievable things and really hurt you. It's highly likely here. This could be actually creating a lot of drama, could be creating a lot of drama in your family or in just in you. I feel like you're going to get into investigative mode, and you're going to want to know what's behind things. What's behind the way they're acting? What's hidden or secret, or what's their motives, or why are they doing this or saying that? Some of you may hire a private investigator. Some of you may do some digging. Some of you may go to astrologers or psychics to try to find out the reasoning for why someone is behaving in the manner that they are. I'm sorry, my camera is glitching. It's probably because of retrograde planets. So I'm sorry you have to bear with that glitching. I can't control it. Some of you Tauruses may even have had the experience that there's somebody that wanted to undermine you and or steal your partner away from you. Some of you may have somebody that's like trying to do that to you. So I hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the 9 of Cups, and this is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could be feeling like you have contentment, and you're filled with happiness and, you know, good times. There could be partying going on. Some of you are getting on board with some kind of project, plan, or system or change that's going on. This could be in your life, like anywhere in your life. It could have to do with work, could have to do with a job, just something changing within your job, and new programs or new systems are going to be utilized or from now on. For some of you, this could be some change or something that's happening where your routines or things in your life are going to change, in your home life or relationship-wise. Some of you are actually going to get more income. I see like an increase in salary, or maybe it's something to do with the stimulus check or unemployment, or, you know, some other form of money increase. Looks like, even though this is not a money card, my guides are bringing that up. I feel that some of you are going to be quite happy because I feel like you're finally getting out, and I hear the words getting entertained. So either you're going on dates or you're going to some events or shows. I know they're not going to do that yet, but I don't know. It comes up as you getting entertained, and I feel like getting out and entertained. I feel this is happening between now and like the beginning or midpoint of August, very strongly between now and the end of July. Some of you are going to really feel like you want to get out and seek a challenge. You could join a new club, a new group, a new organization. You could try to get a new job that's more difficult, or start a business in addition to what you're doing. There's some challenge, or maybe it's a person. Maybe you're like, you know, hey, I'm really into that guy or girl. I want to go for it. That's a challenge. Some of you are going to get invited to attend something, And I feel it's going to go very well. And those of you that are single could meet somebody that would be a new love relationship, or at the very least, a new friend or a business connection. But when is this gathering occurring? I don't feel it's May. I feel that's more like in June or July. The next card you have with it is Strength. And this is having to access your inner courage and inner strength, having strength and courage over adversity. It means spiritual power over the material world. It can be taming the savage beast in something. It could also be dealing with a Leo. I feel like I see you juggling. And I see a lot of balls in the air. And I hear that you have to get, you need to get things straightened out exactly the way you want and organized. Now, that could be in your home. It could be with your job. It could be with your business. It could be with your personal life. I don't know which area it is because it'll be different for all of you Geminis. But I'm seeing you juggling all these things. Some of you Geminis are going to leave an unhealthy situation, job, or relationship where you felt like you were being put down. You were getting treated in a negative fashion or not getting the respect or kindness that you deserved. You're going to have a little bit of an attitude of like, I'll show them who's boss. I'll show them who's in charge. Like a little bit of I'll show them kind of energy is coming up here for you. So I feel like you are going to be strong and you're going to be wanting to make a point. Sorry, my camera keeps glitching. I think it's because I know Venus retrograde does not control this, but it could be upcoming eclipses. It could be because of, I don't know, Mercury's going to be retrograde next month, but some reason my camera's glitching. I feel like you're also going to have to be in control of your temper and hold your temper, be calm. I feel like the savage beast is in you. I feel like you're going to have to be very guarded on your words, your emotional responses to things, your actions. You really need to focus on having calm, strength and calm. Some of you Geminis are moving up in some kind of level. It could be something you're learning how to do, like a skill, like martial arts or ballet, or I don't know, something you do for your job or work or career. It could even be spiritually, or if you take yoga or some kind of other physical activity. Like if there's levels in something, I feel like you are moving up a level between mid-May and also like the beginning of August comes up here with that. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Sorry. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the Hierophant. And this is God giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also be higher education or higher learning. It could be something to do with religion or spirituality. You're entering a time where you really need to press forward. It's really time to get your ducks in a row and press forward on something near and dear to your heart or something you feel you need to get going on. Maybe it's a new job, maybe it's new love, maybe it's your living situation. I don't know, but it's like you need to push yourself, press forward. You may feel like this is instigated or like you're being instigated by this because there's some people around you that could be like backstabbing you or really ticking you off and making you feel like that's what you have to do. It's like inspiring you to push forward and move forward with something. But I do feel other people are instigating this. I feel like in some ways, in certain situations, Cancer, it takes you a long time to reach your boiling point or the last straw point, and I feel like you're at it. I feel like this month for you of May, you are in the very beginning of June, I feel like you're reaching the last straw point, your boiling point. Cancer, I also, my guides are telling me you've like given your power away either in general too much to other people or to certain individuals. Like, you have to think on that. You may be like, oh, I don't do that, but you need to stop and think, because I feel like, I don't argue with my guides. I do feel there's something, someone, or maybe more than one person you've been giving your power away to. And I feel like some of you Cancers may feel riddled with guilt about something. Maybe it's something you said, or something you did, or something you felt like you should have done that you didn't do, or something you did do that you feel you shouldn't have done. But I'm getting that guilt is a useless emotion. And don't make decisions based on guilt, and don't beat yourself up about anything, any I shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff. Don't beat yourself up over that. Don't be hard on yourself about it. Some of you may have some kind of pause in a relationship of some sort that you're dealing with that is due to a breakdown in and/or misunderstandings in communication with them. Could be a significant other, could be your boss, could be your kids, could be coworkers. I don't know who it is, but that comes up here as well. The card you have from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for the middle of this month is the Queen of Pentacles. And this is an earth sign person. This is either Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. Or this could be you if you have a rising or moon sign that is an earth sign. This feels to me like somebody that kind of wants to teach you a lesson. Don't be thrown that it's a female card, because it could just be a Pentacles person, an earth sign person. And if you don't know their rising or moon sign, you could be dealing with them and think, oh no, they're some other, they're a air sign, but their rising or moon sign could be earth. They're kind of looking at you with skepticism, like they don't fully get you, or they don't fully like or agree with what you're saying or doing. They have skepticism about you. And they may be even like trying to hold your feet to the fire about something, like making you accountable. Like, you have to be accountable for this mistake, or this problem, or, you have to own up to it. You have to, admit that you were guilty, or, you made this mistake and now you're going to pay. Like, I get that kind of attitude from this Queen of Pentacles. You look at them like they're unreliable. You can't depend on them. They have secret covert operations going on, and other kind of secrets. And like, just not dependable. That's how I see you looking at them. They could shut you down. They could make you close off communication with you. They could fire you if they're a boss. They could make you pay money back if they feel like you made a big mistake and you need to pay for it. It could be a family member. This could even be a family member to you that's like, you owe me money, or, you didn't do the right thing, so you need to pay up, or, your share, this, that, and the other. So I don't know. It looks a little tense, but this makes a lot of sense to me. When I stop and listen to, because I just repeat what I'm getting, feeling, seeing, hearing, and all of that. But when I stop and think about it, that makes sense what came up in the Hierophant. This involvement with this Queen of Pentacles person is the reason that you're getting like stabbed in the back, or feel like they've betrayed you, or they're like the thorn in your side that's the catalyst to push you forward in some way, which came up in the Hierophant. So I hope these messages were of help to you and made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the Knight of Rods. And the Knight of Rods is a fire sign person, so this very likely is you. This is either a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign. Could be somebody else, could be another fire sign person, Oddly enough, I feel like some of you Leos are getting ready to travel. Now, maybe you can't travel in May yet, but you could be getting ready to do it. There could be some trips or something that you're planning. For some of you, it's business. For some of you, it could just be for fun, or maybe you're doing a combo, like networking, work/fun trip. Yeah, I hear you saying, I can't be put in a box closed in and sheltered. I have to get out. So either it's because of the quarantine, or it's because you're in a situation, a job or a living situation or a love life situation where you feel like you're trapped or you're cornered or you're boxed in, and the feeling of wanting to get out of it comes up. You're going to start distancing yourself from some people that have been a burden to you or a thorn in your side. There's some people you're going to distance yourself from. And they're not going to like it. They're going to hate that you're doing it. They may actually pester you, call you up, text you, email you, oh, what's going on, Leo? Where are you going, Leo? How come you're not around, Leo? Oh, you shut me out, Leo? Like, I don't feel that they're going to go quietly. I feel like you're going to put them off by saying, I have business I have to take care of, or it's involved with, I'm too busy, or I have business I have to take care of, or there's things going on. Like, I don't feel you're necessarily going to say, screw you. I don't feel you'll do it. I feel like you'll handle it, try to sidestep it or handle it in a different way. But I definitely get there's people that have been thorns in your side or have taken advantage of you, or have just been a negative impact or influence on your life, and you're going to distance yourself from them. You may also feel like you have knowledge that surpasses theirs, and that they're trying to act like the boss or like they're the authority and trying to put you in your place or hold you down, when actually you're the one that has more knowledge, training, or experience than they do. And I feel like that's getting on your nerves. So the next card you have that came up with it, which is from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. It's kind of like you're getting ready, again, I get getting ready to travel or getting ready to break out and getting ready to see the world, or something for you to expand, like expansion in some way with your work or creative projects or your life. Some of you are going to be conversing and talking with people that are going to give you a leg up in your, could be in your career life or in your, it will be also connected directly or indirectly to your financial standing. Some of you are going through some kind of reinvention process where you're either reinventing your business, reinventing work that you do, the way you handle your work, but it could even be reinvention of some other aspect of your life. But especially things that you put together, that you work on, that you control, whether it's business or creativity, I feel that's going through some kind of reinvention. I feel like you're going to look at something and go, I'm going to stop spinning my wheels because this isn't getting me anywhere. So there could be some aspect of your business or your work that you put a lot of time, effort, energy, or money into, or expense into, and it's not paying off for you. It could be an investment. It could be an aspect of a business you own, maybe not your whole business, but a part of it, or something you do involving, again, it could involve creativity, your creativity. I feel like your insight is broadening and expanding. So some of you Leos may really start to see spirits in front of you. You could start seeing clairvoyance, having a lot of clairvoyant experiences where you're seeing apparitions, or your psychic mind is just opening up. Now, everybody has different psychic senses that are strong for them. Maybe yours is clairaudience, hearing spirits. Maybe it's going to be clairvoyance, seeing the future and seeing spirits. Maybe it's empathic, where you're going to feel people's feelings and emotions and read, or instant knowing, It's going to be different for all of you, or a combination, but I feel like your insights are expanding. And if it's not psychic insights, this could be insights into things you know how to do and that you're an expert in, and you're going to become more of an expert. And it may not have to do with psychic gifts. It could be insight into your field of knowledge. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now onto the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Lover's card from the Aquarian tarot deck. And this is two people that are intertwined with each other and in tune with each other's needs. There's like an empathic and also an empathetic connection going on between you. This could be strong sexual chemistry. Sometimes there's love here, sometimes it's not love. You may be going through some changes with a love partner where you're not seeing things exactly the same, or not seeing everything completely eye to eye. Maybe not everything, but could be certain aspects you're like not seeing eye to eye. I pick up so this card probably would have been reversed for you maybe, because I get challenges coming up. You may want different things. You may feel like your partner is posing blocks or challenges to your hopes, goals, wishes, or dreams, or projects, or things you want to create or get off the ground. I do feel like you're trying to work it out. I do feel like there's compassion there. And one of you looks like you want it to be healed, or I don't want to say more so than the other, because I feel like you both want that, but it feels like one of you is a little more willing to bend in the situation. Some of you Virgos, you might be single, and I get, my guides are saying there's something like you don't want to be stuck in this particular paradigm anymore. And it may have nothing at all to do with love. It could be the paradigm of the world, like what's going on in the world. It could be, the lockdown or staying at home. It could be that. But I get like some of you there's a paradigm you don't want to be in. I feel like you feel a lot of things are resting on your shoulders, where you have to be the one, you have to be the decision maker. And you may feel like that's tiresome or burdensome to you. Maybe you're single and everything does fall on your shoulders. Or maybe you have a partner, but still the way things roll between you two, most of the burdens fall on your shoulders. And this could be a paradigm you are getting tired of. So either way, single or coupled, listen to those messages. So from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, you have the Five of Pentacles. This is two people that are depressed. It could be one person that's depressed. It could be emotionally feeling bankrupt. It could be financial bankruptcy. It could also be maybe you need to pay attention to something going on with your finances or your money, and you're not like focusing on them totally the way you should. I feel if you are in a partnership, you are in a love relationship, you are going round and round about something that does have to do with money. One wants to do one thing, one wants to do something else. And it would involve like maybe buying a home or a vacation home, or selling something, or spending money on something, or what the state of your finances are in. Some of you may feel like this recent stuff that's going on in the world has put you under a real financial squeeze, and that you may feel like you want to avoid any big, financial catastrophe or disaster. So you may be feeling like the pressure of, we have to make more money. Or maybe, like I said in the other card, if you're the one carrying all the burden, you may feel like your partner, if you're coupled or married, you may feel like your partner needs to step up and start doing, taking on more work, or working more hours, or getting a part-time job. Maybe you feel like they're not doing enough. I do feel any financial disarray or uncomfortability that you may have looks like it improves or levels off or gets better in August. And I feel like that's mid-August. There could be some deal that some of you Virgos had pending that now you can't complete it. Maybe there was a sale of something that you had wanted to sell your home, or buy a home, or sell a car, or buy a car, or buy something expensive, or sell something of value that, because of what's going on in the world, for some reason, it can't go through, or it can't go through now. Some of you may actually talk to a bank or a lending company about refinancing your home or getting, like taking out a second mortgage or refinancing your home or getting a loan. That comes up strong for some of you. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad thing for you to do because I actually feel when you're in 2021, I'm not saying nothing improves for you in 2020 with your finances, but I feel like your financial picture is much, much better and your finances are really going well strongly in 2021. Some of you, it is okay, but there's something that, it is okay now for some of you Virgos, but there's something that can't be completed. Something that can't be completed, or some of you that may feel you need to take out a loan, or that your partner needs to step up to the plate and take on more business work responsibility or get a part-time job. I feel like there's something with the paradigm you don't like that's going on. I'm not feeling like this is a divorce or a breakup if you're seriously coupled with someone. I'm not feeling that. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. And before I go on to the sign of Libra, I just want to say here, if you're interested in getting any of the latest videos I've recorded for my Vimeo on-demand channel, where I do psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides using a variety of different divination tools, those links are always below the video in the description box down below in the Show More section. And the most recent video I recorded for the mid-month of May, and it goes out 12 to 18 months in time, is my career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings for the next 12 to 18 months for each sign of the zodiac. So many people have asked me for that. Usually I do it every year. So you might want to check that out, especially with what's been going on lately. So I just want to say that before I start Libra. So thank you for letting me give my little talk about those videos, and I hope you check that out. So now on to the sign of Libra. Libra, the first card you have here from the Aquarian Tarot deck, you got 3 of Swords. And this is heartbreak, sadness, loss. In old-time tarot, this would have been called the divorce card. It could mean someone is cheating because there's 3 swords piercing the heart. But it could also be some other kind of sadness or disappointment. I feel like you're being jilted or you've been jilted. I feel like someone is deceiving you or has deceived you or is lying to you. This is causing you a lot of calamity and uncertainty and uncertain turmoil. Now, maybe you know they've lied to you or deceived you, but maybe you haven't and you don't know it for sure yet and you just suspect it, because I get all this inner turmoil in you. Yeah, because I hear they want you to think things are one way, or that they're doing things in a certain pattern or whatever, but really it's not going that way. It's happening in another manner. I feel like this is one of the things this could really kick up for you this month is mid-month of May, and maybe even moving forward, is jealousy. I feel like you're going to have some jealousy here. For some of you, you could do an about face and you could end up turning around and, breaking it off with them. Or perhaps you're the one that's doing something deceptive or cheating or being dishonest about something. But it feels more to me like it's happening to you, but it's one of those predictions that could go either way. I hear you saying this isn't right, this isn't fair. Some of you, it could be that someone in your life has gotten an illness. I'm not saying it's the illness that's going on out in the world right now. I'm not saying it's that. It could be that. It could be something else. Or it's to do with being deceived or lied to or manipulated or something. But I hear you saying and feeling like something isn't fair. There's something not fair in this situation. This could have already happened. You could have already broken up with this person. This information could have already come out. Or they could have passed away in the past if it's something that happened a year ago or a couple years ago. You may be grieving something here that you're just not, you feel like now you're alone or the situation is unfair. You could just be feeling the repercussions of it being unfair. Maybe these things already happened. It doesn't mean, because timing is going to be different for all of you. That's the way psychic predictions work. So, it's a general reading. So some of you, this has already happened to you, but you're going through feeling like the jilted or grieving process or the unfairness of it now. The card that came up with it from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck is the King of Rods, and the King of Rods is a fire sign person. This is either a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, or it could be you, Libra, if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a fire sign. I feel like there's trouble here, drama. So keep in mind, you may be like, oh, but the person I'm involved with is, a Pisces or an Aquarius, but do you know their rising sign or moon sign? Because this is coming up like they're a fire sign person here. They're holding things back. I feel like they're trying to deceive you, or they're holding things back from you. Maybe they're lies of omission, where they're only telling you certain things they want you to know, and they're not letting you know the rest of the stuff. That is a form of lying. Yeah, they're trying to hold their ground. They're trying to hold their position. There's things that I feel this Knight of Rods doesn't want you to know about, or they don't want to lose their financial standing, or they don't want to lose what they have. So there's things that they don't want you to know. They may be trying hard to manipulate or control a situation. They may be actually trying to take things away from you. It could be money, it could be a job, it could be, or keep you from getting stuff. If you're going through any divorce, you may be fighting with them in a custody over children, or over possessions, like in a settlement, like alimony, or what's the settlement going to be? And don't be surprised if they try to smokescreen you, Libra, by making it look like everything is your fault. They could be a bit of a narcissist. That's what narcissists do. They don't take responsibility for their mistakes. Well, that's one of their traits. And they like to turn it around and put the blame on you. I know narcissists well, so I can certainly speak on that with authority. This person has the narcissist energy. So just keep that in mind. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, the first card you have from the Aquarian Tarot deck is the Five of Swords, and this is standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. Can be standing up for yourself. I feel like you're feeling like you can't let things get you down. I do feel like you're very dogmatic at this time of wanting things to be a certain way. Like you want things to be this way, and this is the way they're going to go. You may feel like you're tired of putting other people in front of yourself. You may feel like, I put other people in front of me, or I try to be the good guy, or I try to do this or that that's nice for other people, and they just jerk me around. I feel like you've kind of had it with some people in your life. You're really ready to encounter everything you have to. I feel like your combativeness is up, and you're ready to meet anything head on. Anybody that challenges you, or you feel like is disrupting your peace or your livelihood or the way you want your life to roll, you will not be bulldozed and steamrolled. You are ready to stand up to them. I do feel you're in a bit of a pickle, Scorpio, because I do feel there's certain people that are kind of instigating you or pushing your buttons in mid-May. And this is going to give you pause and take some time to reconsider what you think or feel about them. Like, oh, I thought they were my friends, but they don't really seem like my friends now. Or I thought this was a good boss or a good place to work, but now I question that. Now I don't think that they are. You're reconsidering and rethinking your position about whoever these people are that are pushing your buttons. They could be your family members. They could be your love. They could be, groups or clubs you belong to. I don't know, but you're reconsidering about them. I feel like you're going to cut them off or stop spending time with them. If you've been funneling money to them, you may cut that source off. Like maybe there's family members that are like, take, and you're always writing them a check or bailing them out, and you may be like, time to cut you off now. You know, time to cut you off. So the card you have with it from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for this mid-month of May is the Death card, and this is transformation. Something ending so something new can begin. I feel like everything you touch is going to turn to gold, and I do feel you're going to start to come into a period of time where you're making a lot of contracts or deals with people that will be have huge payoffs for you. It's like, I feel like you're ending a cycle of impoverishment or destitution or just financial disarray or the squeeze of your finances or pressure to do with money, and now you're entering a phase where you're going to start making money. You're going to do well. Now, maybe, hopefully you were lucky and you never entered that other stuff, but you're still entering a time of where you're going to start making more money. I feel like you've sat idly by and watched other people climb the ladder of success, or other people get ahead that didn't deserve it, or that things of that nature. But I feel like it's your time now. It's your time to get ahead, make advancements, make more money, get that promotion, get the new job, start the new business, get new accounts, get more clients. Like that's on you're on the crest of that wave. Some of you may get involved in teaching or instructing. It could be one particular person. You could start coaching them, tutoring them, teaching them, or it could be more than one person. But I get like teaching and instructing also comes up around you. I feel like you're getting really inspired in May, and it's going to hit you moving forward, like to really go after your dreams, to really go after your goals. Maybe you're always that way, Scorpio, but it comes up strongly. Like, I feel like it's like some tipping point, like transformation, a cycle ending. This is the tipping point. Nobody's going to want to do battle with you. You are definitely, your tongue is going to have some sting to it. If somebody wants to get in your face or go up against you, and I don't even just mean like right in the middle of May. This could be going on for a little bit. Could last a month or two. Like, woe to those who want to like challenge you or go up against you, because you're verbally going to have a really good sting and be able to. So if you have to negotiate in courts or in any disputes, whether they be personal or business, you're going to have that Scorpio sting is going to be out very strongly now. So I hope that, and it'll be a benefit to you. It's actually going to be a benefit to you. It's like defending yourself, defending your honor, defending your position, going after your goals. That's how I see it. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, from the Aquarian Tarot deck is the Temperance card. And this is having to have patience. It could also be the card of the Alchemist, where God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. I feel like you're going to feel like everything's being put on your shoulders, or you're having to deal with an awful lot. And like you're going to be like the troubleshooter. What can I do to fix this? What can I do to solve this? What can I do to correct this? Like you're going into like troubleshooter mode. Some of you Sagittarians may feel like, I don't want to be left back. I don't want to be forgotten. You may also be feeling quite strongly at this time like your karma of, I want to be remembered for certain things that I did, or making a special impression or mark on the world. Like I feel like you're really going to be tuned into what you came here to do. I feel like you're thinking about that. My guides are acting like you're mulling a lot of, what did you come here in other past lives to do? What did you come here in this life to do? Are you fulfilling your karma? Are you making that mark on the world that you want, that impression, that indelible mark? You may come to a point where you feel like you need to enter some type of special assignment, special teaching, special learning process, like broadening your mind, broadening your knowledge, broadening your education. And you're thinking like, it all boils down to me. What decisions I make? What decisions do I do? Nobody else can solve it or do it for me. I have to make the decisions. I have to walk the path. I have to do it. I feel like you're in a lifetime where you're actually cleaning up a lot of karmic debts, clearing out a lot of karma in this lifetime. And for some reason, maybe with what's going on out in the world, it's like triggered something in you that's making you be very introspective and aware of it. So the next card you have in your reading from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, Sagittarius, is the Queen of Swords. And this is an air sign person. This is either a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or moon sign that is an air sign. This is somebody important to you. This is somebody that's going to either come in and give you ideas and inspirations and help you out. It could even be, for some of you, if you're single, this could be somebody that comes in and you may marry them. They may want to take you abroad. They may want to travel with you. They may also want to take you up to another level. This could be a teacher, an instructor. It could even be a spirit guide for some of you. There's something that they want you to like fix up about your life. And I'm hearing the words haul ass. I feel like there's something that they want you to do, and they're like trying to get you to get it together. Like if they don't agree with your habits, what you eat, what you drink, what you smoke, what you do, whatever. I feel like they are kind of like trying to, like, you know, shape you up. Come on, Sagittarius. This is what you need to do, and haul ass and get on with it. Like that, but I feel in a positive way. I don't feel this Queen of Swords is a negative person for you. I don't feel they're a problem. They like you. They care about you. They want to see you succeed and meet your destiny. This could be somebody you're already romantically intertwined with. It could be somebody that you're very close to as in your friend or a family member. It could be a teacher, a professor, or instructor. This could even be somebody you haven't met yet. I feel like you agree with them. I feel like you're going, you're quite right. That is what I need to do. Or like, I don't feel you're closed off to who this Queen of Swords is. I don't. That's not how it's coming up here. Now, some of you Sagittarians may go, oh, wait a minute. I know who the Queen of Swords is. I don't get along with them. Well, then you need to watch your rising sign. Always watch your rising sign. I would make a habit out of that, because if you go to a professional astrologer and say, I'm a psychic doing readings. My guides know astrology. They understand it. And I'm listening to them. But if you go to a professional astrologer to have your solar return chart done about the transits that are happening for your birthday, from your birthday to your next birthday, they're going to look at your rising sign. They're going to look at that before they look at your sun sign. So you should always look at your rising sign. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have here, Capricorn, is the Five of Rods from the Aquarian Tarot deck. And this is an internal struggle going on inside of you. It could be a struggle with coworkers, family members, or a struggle in some kind of situation, family situation, work situation, club or group. I feel like there's something going on in your life that doesn't feel quite right. And you feel like it's confusing to you. You may feel like there's too many things left unsaid or too many things dangling. That could be what you feel like's going on out in the world. Maybe you feel like there's not enough being said and too much dangling, but it could be in a different area of your life. This could have to do with your work life or your love life or your home life. And I hear some of you Capricorns going, why is there so much obstinate behavior going on? So I feel like you're feeling like you're dealing with people who are being obstinate. They're not listening to reason. They may be even acting childish. And you may look at them like they're not even thinking clearly. Like, what are they thinking? Or where's their head at? They're not thinking clearly. Or you see them looking at things that, like, they're not paying attention to certain things they really need to focus on. And you're like bewildered by this. You're like confused by this. Like, why are they being obstinate? Why are they being childish? Why are they not looking at or paying attention to the things they need to be paying attention to? This could be one individual, or it could be a group of people you feel are doing this in your life. I feel like you feel you're going to have to stop it. Like, you're going to have to come in and put your foot down and be the voice of reason here. And say, you can't keep going on this way, or things can't keep going on in this manner. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. You may be worried about somebody or a group of people. You may feel like they're making poor decisions. They're acting irrationally. They're not, like, their heads aren't screwed on straight. I feel like when there's a pause or a reprieve, or where things start to get straightened out and look a lot better to you in this situation that's coming up here, is in the middle of July. So you may be contending with this from mid-May to the middle of July. It could have already been going on before that. You have the World next from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and this is being in control. And I did pick up, you're going to step in and put your foot down. So this is the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you more control. It could also be you're ending a karmic cycle and a new karmic cycle beginning. You're going to be the bridge over the gap. You're going to be the facilitator. You're going to be the one that makes things flow from one thing to another, whether it be at work or a family situation. You're the bridge here. You're the bridge in this situation. I see you making some kind of plan of attack. So this could be with some people that are being obstinate and difficult and childish behavior and not looking at the things they need to do. You may be like, I'm putting this plan together. I'm laying it out on the line. They're going to have to listen and do it. And this is the way it's going to go. Or it could be something that you see happening at work or in your career or in your business or at a job that you're like, you know, I got to put together a new format or system or plan of attack or map of how something is now going to go on. And this is going to be binding. This is not going to be something that's going to be like, oh yeah, here today, gone tomorrow. No, no, no. This is going to have, there's going to be like, once these certain decisions and things are going to be made, it's going to be kind of set in stone, or it will be set in place for a long time. I feel like you're dealing with different personalities and different people's agendas and different people's egos. And it's like, I feel like you're like, how many people do I have to like mollycoddle and stroke their egos and placate them? How many people do I have to do this with? And I feel like you're like, you know what? When you get some sense, get your head out of your butt and get down to like reality. I feel like you feel like people are not dealing with things in a strong reality-based way. You're going to be like showing people what they need to do. Now, for some of you, or the way they need to handle it. Some of you, this, like I said, it's going to be in a different area for all of you Capricorns because you're not all born with the same birth chart. So it's going to be in different areas. Some of you, this is going to be at your job. Some of you, it's going to be in your business. Some of you, it's going to be in your family members. You know, some of you, it could be with friends or, you know, I don't know. But hopefully this made sense to you because it felt very strong. Like I see you, your ire kicking up and you're like, you know, I've had it with this. I'm putting, you know, I'm nailing this shut. And it's going to go down this way. Like, I feel you're going to put your foot down. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, the first card you have is Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could be feeling very filled with peace and contentment and feeling good. This could indicate like, let the good times roll kind of thing. It's like kind of time for you Aquarians to like study. What do I want out of life? Are things rolling the way I want them to? What is lacking that I need to inject into my life? What's lacking? Some of you are going to start to see things from a new perspective, and you may start to look at things like kind of more humorously. You may start to see the humor in things that you didn't see in it before. Some of you Aquarians will be talking to people again that you haven't talked to in quite a while. This will bring about fun and happiness and good times, and let the good times roll, even if you cannot get together with them physically, whether maybe you're doing it on Zoom or Skype or just talking on the phone. But I feel like it's a gateway. It's a gateway to things that are going to bring more emotional fulfillment into your life. I also get the energy that Aquarians are going to have to start waiting for things to come to them, or waiting for this, or waiting for that. There's going to be no more waiting. You're going to be like, you know what? I got to seize the day. Screw this waiting. I'm just going to have to start making some jumps, leaps, steps. Like, you're going to be inspired. Maybe you were waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, the right person, the right gig, the right this, the right that. You're going to be like, you know what? Tick-tock, time is of the essence. I got to get things rolling here. This is a bunch of BS, waiting, tapping my fingers on the table. Like, you've kind of had it with that. I feel like you're going to start doing things in a new way. Some of you may even kind of like step out of the box or step out of your shell, take some kind of make some unexpected moves, risks, gambles. My guides are saying to me, Aquarius, that's the way you used to do things. Don't you remember that? It's not what you're doing now, but it's what you used to do. So you're going back to something you did before. Now, some patterns of behavior you had before, emotionally speaking. And that's probably because we're in Venus in retrograde. So the next card you have here, funny to me, you have 7 of Cups. So you had 9 of Cups, now you have 7 of Cups from the Morgan Greer deck. And this is choose wisely from the illusions around you. It could also be dreams coming true. It could be scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Could be having too much on your plate. This is going to be a time where everything is possible. That's what you're going to feel like. You may say, what are you, nuts? The world is restricted right now. I don't know. This is what I'm getting. You're going to start to see all these possibilities. I feel you're going to get involved in something that's going to take you into something new. So you could get involved in a class. You could get involved in some course of study, some kind of class, some kind of group or club. Something I see you getting involved in leads you to other things. I feel like you're also going to break out of some kind of shadow. I feel like you're hiding behind a shadow of yourself, or a shadow of someone else, or the shadow of a situation. And I feel like you're Aquarians, you're going to say, I'm busting out of this shadow. I'm going to get out of this shadow of this. And I feel some of you are going to say, I can't have really what I want if I keep doing the same things. You know, what's that old saying? A sign of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I feel that you're coming to that decision like, why am I expecting things to be different or change when I keep doing the same things over and over again? I feel like June, July, and August are kind of like the wheels turning on the clock for you. And I feel by the time you get to December, there's something about the holidays that's going to be significant to you. And just an aside here, since I am also an Aquarius sun sign, I keep dreaming about Christmas over and over. Christmas themes keep jumping up in my dreams. Different dreams. I'm dreaming like crazy. And Christmas keeps showing up. And I get that here in this reading. By December, there's some significant thing going on in your life. Some big significant change. But I feel to get to that significant change, the gears of change that you're going to make and stepping out behind that shadow of yourself and reaching back to the past and doing some things like you did before, being more risk-taking and avant-garde and all of that, in June, July, and August will ultimately result in a change you're going to see in the month of December. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. You don't feel left out that you're last, do you? Don't feel left out. You get the same amount of time everybody else gets. So, and I'm saying that I love Pisces. My 2 boys are Pisces. So the first card you have, ironically, Pisces, you have Page of Cups. And Page of Cups is a water sign person. This is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you. This could be somebody else. I feel like you're ready to get excited about life. I feel like there's something you want more. You want more of something. You either want more action, more activity, more love, more work, more money. You want more. I feel like you're kind of ready, like you want to sprout wings and fly. I don't feel like you want to keep doing the same old things anymore. This lockdown business is probably getting on your nerves to some degree. I feel like you've been asking yourself some interesting questions, like what are my goals? What do I want? What would make me really happy? I do feel there's an element of Pisces that wants to show people what they're made of, like what your skills are, what your talents are, what your positive attributes are, what, skills, talents, attributes. I don't know. I feel like you're like the butterfly, like wanting to sprout wings, like coming out of the chrysalis. I feel like what's been going on the past couple of months has been a stabilizing time for you to really go within and figure out a lot of things about yourself and what you want. I feel like you're a creative person, you're an ingenious person, you have ingenuity. And I feel like you want to be recognized for that. You want people to see you as such. I feel like a lot of times, Pisces, you get let down by people, that you feel that people misunderstand you, don't fully get you, don't fully appreciate you. These things I feel have kicked up for you over the past couple of months. I'm going to say starting in the beginning of March and going on still to this point. I feel like these are things that you've been kind of analyzing and ruminating about. Some of you may actually put together some kind of show, some kind of presentation, some display of some sort. You could enter a contest and win. You could go for an audition and get the part. You could put something on, like a video, or assemble something that's of your own hard work, efforts, and talents, and put it out there in the world some way and get some kind of recognition from it. This could happen anytime between now and the end of August. You have the Wheel of Fortune next. This is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. This could also symbolize the ups and downs of karma. This could be the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you giving you karmic good fortune. I feel like you're going to be kind of like, now I'm in charge of what my destiny is and what I'm doing. I feel like you're going to be putting yourself out there more, like maybe looking for a new job or putting yourself out there socially to meet new people, make new connections, to network for your business or your job, or to socially network to meet new friends, or to, meet new people to date. Like, I get you, like, you're ready to put yourself out there and kind of like throwing caution to the wind a little bit. And it's been an interesting time for you. I feel you've learned a lot about yourself, and so have other people learned it about you, about how you handle things. How do you roll with the punches? How do you handle shifts and changes? How you handle yourself in, positive situations and intense situations. I feel like, look, if you have any higher ups or bosses, they're noticing how you handle things, and it's going in your favor. It's not going against you. If you have love partners or people that you're trying to impress or that you hope get recognized or notice what you're doing, they are noticing how you're handling things. They are seeing how you roll with the punches, and in good times and bad. I feel by the time you get to April of 2021, you're going to be doing a lot of celebrating with how things have evolved and changed for you in a positive way between May of 2020 to that point in April of 2021. So it's almost a year. Doesn't mean nothing good is happening to you between now and then. It's just that that's when I feel there's a lot of like hoopla and celebration going on around you. Like where you feel like you've arrived, like you've gotten the job you wanted, or you got the love relationship you wanted, or you've got, you know, you got the place that you always hoped that and dreamed that you wanted to live, and you got there. Like some attainment is happening for you, and I feel some of you it's like a year from now, April, May of 2021. I feel like a lot of this has come about while, again, I'm going to repeat myself, of how you've embraced changes and challenges. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much, as always, for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. If you would like to get any of the special videos that I record of psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, in addition to what I put here on YouTube, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand pages by clicking on the most recent links I post below in the description box in the Show More section. And they can also all be found on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos tab on my website, and there you will see all the video series I've recorded, and you can read the descriptions about them, and you choose the sign you want, click on that, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. The most recent link below is for the career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings for the next 12 to 18 months, starting in May of 2020 and going out 18 months in time for each sign of the zodiac. I've had several people request that, and as I did it, I've done it several years in a row, a few years in a row, I'm doing it again. So if you're interested in that, I thought they were really interesting. I used the same 2 decks of cards I used here. For the career, I used the Aquarian tarot deck, and looking into your finances, I used the Morgan Greer tarot deck, and then I also looked into the crystal for both each, your career and your finance. So you might want to check those out. Also, the psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for May 2020, they're available. That link is below, where I do a continuation of the psychic tarot readings at the beginning of the month. I continue on once I stop the recording for YouTube. I continue on and give you additional and expanded messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of May. So that link is below. Also, important angel messages for these changing times for each sign of the zodiac. That link is also below this video, as is what's lucky and new for you psychic tarot readings for 2020 plus oracle cards is also below. That link is also below. And if you would like to donate to this channel and help support my readings and my channel here on YouTube, I have a donation link below that's connected to PayPal. And thank you so much to all of you that have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. I do truly, truly appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much, and it does help. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from me that you're not going to channel from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC on Facebook, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use many different divination tools. I use tarot cards, oracle cards, angel cards sacred geometry cards, many cards, and the crystal. And those predictions are not just for the day that I post the video. They are for, that I post the messages. They are sometimes for several months out, a couple weeks out. And many people find that they resonate with them. The messages resonate with them, and you might as well. So I hope you have the absolute best possible energy that can come to you in this mid-month of May 2020. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.